अच्छा, तो कैसे हैं आप लोग? तो आज का हमारा टॉपिक 7 ग्रेट पिच डेक एग्जांपल्स फ्रॉम रियल बिजनेसेस के बारे में है। तो वीडियो स्टार्ट करते हैं। बॉडी वर्थ 11 मिनट अपडेटेड December 11, 2024. A solid pitch deck can mean the difference between lending funding and going home empty-handed. Your deck has to convince investors that you and your business are a good bet. Otherwise, they take their money elsewhere. But what does a good pitch deck look like? Yes, there are specific slides that you should include, but including them won't guarantee that you get funding. Luckily, there are hundreds of pitch decks from highly successful companies that you can look at for inspiration. For this article, I grabbed a few favorite pitch decks and dug into why they so good. Why this pitch decks? This pitch decks made the list because they come from highly successful startups that successfully had landed one or multiple rounds of investor funding. They are unique with a specific strengths and formatting that go beyond your topical presentation templates. Some are more like a business plan representation, incredibly long, use a lot of text and focus more on data and financial. Others are short, highly visual and meant to invoke a specific emotion. No matter your business stage or industry, these are all useful to explore and reference when crafting your pitch. Get started with a free startup with a pitch deck template. Don't get held up creating your pitch deck presentation. Download a free investor pitch deck template with pre-built slides and instructions from experienced entrepreneurs. This template is your to customize and adjust as you see fit, and remember the 11 slides in the deck are just the standard to start with. Airbnb turning a pitch into a story. Airbnb pitch deck has become the go-to example for startups. Sure, the design is outdated, but the results speak for themselves. It is one of the most recognizable funding success stories of the 2000 plus s and Money World say that because of their pitch deck. For tip, look behind and ahead with detailed budget and forecast to gain a full financial view of your business. Make updates easy with real-time data and AI-powered analysis, all within life plan. Company info. Founded 2008. Industry, travel and hospitality. Business model, digital marketplace. Funding, $6,000 speed funding around in 2029. 2009. Source, Studios Capital and Y Combinator. What's great about this pitch deck? Airbnb deck is simple and punchy. It's great. It gets right to the point. Don't overload the slides with too much information and serves as a useful backdrop to the founder's elevator pitch. The deck is also fairly brief. Is it don't include very slide that we recommend. Instead, they prioritize crafting a story and leaning into their strength. In just a few slides, Airbnb demonstrates a real world problem and viable solution, breaks down a clear path to enter the market, detail how they will make money, and even show initial traction. Key takeaways: tell a story and play to your strength. You don't need to get into every detail about your business during the initial pitch. The goal is to spark interest and start a conversation, but just be ready to answer any lingering question after the fact. Copper Co. Coffee showcasing expertise. Copper Co. Coffee known for its witnessum coffee and profitable poor over technology has been part of multiple funding rounds, including assistant on Shark Tank. Founder Debbie Vai pitched deck in less concerns about proving a business concept than showing the competitive advantages of her business. It is a well-designed pitch deck to review if you are looking to scale and bring in additional capital. Company info. Founded 2016. Business industry, food and beverage. Business model, B2C subscription and wholesale. Funding, $2 million seed around. Source S. Teacher, Techstars, CRSCM Adventures, among others. What's great about this pitch deck? This deck deals a lot with visual. It conveys the history, innovation, and premium nature of Indian secured Coffee with virtually no text radar than being a distraction that investors get hung up reading the deck is far more addictive and helps production effective specific point during the pitch. Saying this is an established business once the unique value proposition is set, the remainder of the deck is dedicated to operational efficiency, partnerships, and revenue areas of the business that prove Copper Co Coffee is sustainable, has a strong competitive advantage, and has opportunities to grow. Key takeaways: there's no need to dig deep into the hypothetical when your business has in your traction to prove your worth investing in. If you have interesting data points, use them to sell your value to investors. LinkedIn, a pitch paint for knowledgeable investors. LinkedIn often gets lumped in with other social media platforms, but its purpose and user base you are unique. From the beginning, it was pitched as a network for professionals, but where you could easily find and contact the right people in your industry. Some so the concept and unique value were easy to understand, but how that the world work and generate consistent revenue were the bigger questions. Company info. Founded 2003. Industry. Social media and professional networking. Business model. Freemium model with revenue from advertising, premium subscriptions, and talent solution. Funding. Approximately $103 million before going public in 2011. Funding sources. Securing capital, Greylock Partners, etc. What's great about this pitch deck? Well, I praised the urban deck for being a lane. I am leaving LinkedIn a thumbs up for the upside. Their deck is incredibly thought and heavy on information and data to establish the company position, monetization strategies, and growth details. That don't mean that they skip establishing a narrative. They just did it in only a few sites, choosing to focus on the traction and experience of their funding teams. This makes sense when your audience of investors may initially actually be potential users as well. So establishing credibility, digging into the details, and clearly defining a sustainable path for growth where necessary. Key takeaways: tailor your pitch and pitch deck to your audience. This may require you to and more details, prioritize different business areas, or pull back on specific information to let the story shine. Uber proving there's a pain point. Uber is an interesting case of a business poking holes in a problem that most people just accepted at the time, where there were no real alternatives to paying for a taxi, and owners of this cab companies held a bit of a monopoly over the company. For Uber to succeed, it had to prove that innovation and harassing new technologies were key. This makes this deck a most review if your business has the hurdle of pushing on established industry system involved. Company info. Founded 2009. Industry transformation and technology. Business model. Digital marketplace. Funding approximately $24.5 billion before going public in 2019. Funding source SoftBank, Benchmark, GB, etc. What's great about this pitch deck? Uber pitch deck painted a vertical picture of how the taxi industry was ripped for in the description in just 2 slides. For anyone who has had to hail a taxi, this immediately resonates. The rest of the deck is dedicated to how they world to do it. They needed to apply reality to this frustrated vision with the facts obvious but believable financial projections and evidence that they had traction. Key takeaways: if your business is built around description and new technology, you must prove that people will care. Clearly and quickly outline an actual problem, present a bold vision for the future, and then back that up with tangible steps to get there. DoorDash proving there's a better way. Non-simios with food delivery dash. DoorDash was actually the first to market with the mobile ordering concept that Honor used to were Grubhub. In this case, arriving later was a benefit. There were still obvious gaps in mobile ordering that made the technology less impactful for customers. No dedicated delivery drivers are lack of up-to-date restaurant information and extensive Wait times were just the minimum. DoorDash didn't reinvent the wheel but honed in on the new pain points that business owners and consumers complained about, and that is the crux of their pitch. Company info founded 2019. Industry food delivery and technology. Business model logistic platform connecting consumer restaurant and delivery drivers earning fees from each order. Funding approximately 2.5 billion dollars before going public in 2020. Funding source why combinator Charles River Ventures, SoftBank, etc. What's great about this pitch deck? DoorDash pitch deck for Y Combinator demo clearly defines a significant problem in the food delivery industry and present in its platform as a solution that benefit consumer, restaurant, and drivers alike. Combined with their elevator pitch, the deck actively showcased DoorDash technology at edge and operational efficiency. They demonstrated proven direction in an area that they didn't rely on a dense population center, further illustrating a clear vision to scale the business. Lastly, they left a clear opinion to draw an interested investors by proving they know the industry and have a foothold that will lead to substantial growth. They didn't to need to fully explain the opportunity. Instead, they used their demonstrated success to land direct conversation after the larger pitch. Key takeaways: your deck can be a backdrop to your elevator pitch. It don't have to do all the talking, but should elevate your point thought well-timed visuals. Peloton connecting with customers. It's interesting to compare Peloton's original Kickstarter's campaign to their future pitch deck. The consumer facing Kickstarter spent little time establishing a narrative. Instead, it prioritized product features, visualized how it called fit in someone's home, and showcased behind the scenes development. Their 2018 pitch deck emphasizes how Peloton makes people feel. It informs the emotional connection with a detailed audience breakdown, brand values, and multiple customer quotes. They wanted to prove that they had a deep understanding of their customers and had evolved as a brand, no longer just being seen as innovative exercise equipment but a recognizable brand movements. Disclaimer: Peloton has struggled to maintain consistent growth after growing mildly successful amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Hardware recalls issues with user retention. High-profile executive exist struggle to adapt to changing demand or all the contributing factors. However, Peloton deck it still led to funding before their initial success and is still a strong example of how showcase an in-depth understanding of your customers when pitching. Company info founded 2012. Industry Pinterest and technology. Business model B2C hardware and subscription services. Funding approximately $994 million before going public in 2019. Funding source as Tiger Global Management, True Ventures, L. Curtin, etc. What's great about this pitch deck? Peloton strays away from the typical business overview of most pitch deck. Investors know the product already and needed to be sold more so on the potential long-term retention of customers. Peloton expertly defines its customer base beyond typical demographic and psychographics information. They string the community narrative throughout the deck, reinforcing the customer identity with every visual. You not only walk away knowing their customer base but get a sense of how they review themselves. Key takeaways: don't be afraid to diverge from the standard pitch deck structure if you have to prove a specific point or show off a deep understanding of 1.2 business areas. Craft your pitch around that instead. Facebook data to the talking. For Facebook, deck represents a business very different from what it is today. Will social platform like MySpace and LinkedIn were around the scale and connectivity proposed with the platform had never been seen before. So the majority of the deck is dedicated to demonstrating that there is a customer interest and variable path to scaling to new customers. The business model takes a bit of a backseat, likely with the intent to flaunt how many potential people companies call engage with. The company founded 2024, industry, social media and technology. Business model, advertising with ventures into hardware skills. Funding approximately $2.3 billion before going public in 2012. Funding source, Axel Greylock, Peter Thiel and others. What great about this pitch deck? Facebook pitch deck is a master class in breaking down market opportunity, demonstrate a clear product market is fit that need fits into an obtuse but achievable path to growth. At any point, real data can be inserted. They do it. There are no question about the business growth potential business because it is laid out so well. Key takeaways: use in-depth data to make sure your point at any time. You can produce your narrative with research or your own internal metrics. You will be far more convincing to potential investors. Additional pitch deck resources. Hopefully, this curated guide of successful pitch decks will help you determine what to focus on in your deck. For more guidance, check out these resources. Why Combinator Startup Directory. Explore a list of 5,000 plus companies founded by Y Combinator to learn what type of businesses get early seed funding. Pitch deck hunt. Check out this library of over 1,000 real world pitch deck examples for more inspiration. Investor pitch deck in template. A great starting point to develop your deck and ensure you cover all necessary information. Elevator pitch guide. A selection of resources that will help you refine your verbal pitch, impress investor, and know how to adopt it for different scenarios. Or favorite pitch deck tools. If you need more than a template to create your presentation, check out this roundup of pitch creation tools. Like this post, share with a friend. Cody Worth. Cody currently works as the inbound and content marketing specialist at Palo Alto Software and runs editorial for both Life Plans and B Plans, working with various freelance specialists and and in-house writers. A graduate of the University of Oregon, he specializes in SEO research, content writing, and in branding. See you on next video. Take care. Bye.